are so excited to have you with us as we get set here for tip-off. Selected and Scott Highmark with you, and we are underway. Billikens basketball as the Pride win the opening tip.
Yeah, Alexa, Hofstra's going to want to play very fast. They average 82 points a game. They want to increase the number of possessions in this game, and with the Billikens are going to want to shorten it.
Jaquan Carlos there with the jumper.
Yeah, Carlos tough, averages almost 7 assists a game, but also shoots 40%. Billiken coaching staff really worried about what Carlos brings. He said every kind of thing runs through him. He makes it all work.
Sion Medley getting trapped underneath, looking for some help. You got Tim Dalger there on the outside. This one goes off the Billikens. Early turnover there, Scott. We take a look at Travis Ford in his 8th season there at SLU, 27th season as a head coach overall. Played his college ball at Kentucky. Scott, as we know, with Wildcats, made the NCAA tournament appearance in each of his 3 seasons there. Something to hang his hat on.
Well, not just played, he was a MVP of the regional, took him to the Final Four. Fantastic player.
Nice shot there, Billikens with the rebound.
Travis Ford early in games likes to script the first few possessions, get a lot of ball movement, reverse the basketball, make sure they get a lot of touches and get something going downhill. Not east-west, but getting something to the rim.
TJ off the mark as Carlos has the rebound, bringing it back the other way.
And the Billiken coaches talked about getting back in defensive transition as Medley picks up a little cheap foul out front, but they're really concerned, Travis Ford really concerned with how fast Hofstra wants to play. Speedy Claxton, the way he played is the way his teams play. They want to get out and go. They want to spread the floor, find their shooters and go.
A little bit of a mix-up here at center court as Gibson Jimerson recovers it, sends it to TJ. The spin move in the lane, the layup, and the foul. Nicely done by TJ.
Well, that's one way. When you struggle a little bit offensively, as the Billikens do at times in the half-court set, one of the ways to score points is off of your defense. Beautiful hustle that time by Medley. Gets on the floor. Jimerson picks it up. And we know TJ Hargrove, one of the best finishers for the Billikens.
Terrence Hargrove Jr., a 6'5" senior out of East St. Louis, sinks that one to complete the play.
Well, as much as Travis Ford would like to apply some pressure with that short bench we talked about, he's going to really have to conserve that energy with really 7 or 8 in the rotation today. So you're going to have to play a little bit more passive on the defensive end.
There's the guy that we all know coming into this one is a guy you got to watch out for, Tyler Thomas.
Yeah, he's just a professional scorer, 23 a game. He's not super athletic, but he can kind of get his own shot, shoots 44% from 3. Just a tough matchup. Tim Dalger, as good as the Billikens have on the perimeter at guarding him, but it's going to be a tough matchup.
Gibson Jimerson for 3 off the mark, rebounded by Hofstra as they go the other way. What a block by Bruce John coming through, the 7-foot freshman, putting on a show.
The crowd loves it. You talked about it, Big Bruce.
Right.
Calling him out, giving him good minutes.
Medley resetting here. Off the mark there by the Billikens.
A little stagnant. You probably want to have a little bit more, a few more touches, work a little bit clock, make Hofstra work on the defensive end. They're going to switch all the ball screens, and they're going to double. If Carlos comes off that high ball screen, they're going to try to double him.
Carlos draws the foul there. Let's take another look, Scott, at Bruce Jung, 7-foot center freshman out of China, getting up there. They love the height that he provides in this game.
Yeah, you can't teach that, right? I mean, he can run the floor. He's got pretty good agility for a big guy, a 7-foot freshman. Usually guys like that are going to have to develop, but he's getting thrown into the fire here early, which is great for his development. They thought this year he was going to be an 8 to 10 minute guy, and with some of the injuries, some of the eligibility issues, he's been thrust into a starting lineup, which is only going to help him develop even quicker.
Trial by fire, it's the way to do it.
Yeah, speaking of guys like Churchich getting in the game here early with guys like Meadows and Larry Hughes not available. Guys like Churchich going to come in and run the point, which is really not his natural position. So, again, they're going to have to do this by committee today.
George Churchich, as I said, running the offense here. Early turnover for him. Hofstra coming the other way, the easy layup. Timeout here by the Billikens. They want to talk this one over, Scott.
Yeah, Travis Ford not a happy camper when you turn the ball over, which turns into points. And it's one thing to turn the ball over, but then you got to sprint back and protect the rim. We saw Bruce Jung do it that time. That time, Billikens jogging back on defense. Hofstra, you can see how quick they want to play, Alexa. They want to increase the number of possessions in the game. They want to get turnovers, and they're getting out and flying.
Scott, this is a situation where the Billikens are dealing with several injuries today. They dealt with that against Drake, and it seemingly has piled on since then as well.
Yeah, I mean, they've had a bad streak of luck. I mean, I just don't know how else to say it. You got Mike Meadows who's dealing with a back injury, falls directly on his L5 against Carbondale. Larry Hughes dealing with an oblique. You see Sincere Parker was leading the team in scoring. I mean, you combine 68 minutes a game and almost 30 points a game with a lot of experience. Meadows is a 6-year guy. Parker's a third-year college guy. Larry Hughes is a veteran. You take those out of the lineup, and guys are just getting thrust into the lineup, and you see Sincere Parker. They're hoping, you know, maybe in the next 3 or 4 weeks that they can get him back on the floor, but who knows with that broken foot.
I talked to him the other day, and he credits his family really for helping him through this transition period. His mom Ashley, dad Raymond, and little sister Sierra.
Yeah, it's tough when you don't get to play, and so much of your identity is tied up in that. And he's having a great year, and it's just tough, but it will make him stronger.
It will. Nice rebound there for Gibson Jimerson. Hofstra on a 6-0 run in the last minute or so, Scott. Yep. Billikens looking to shut that down.
Yeah, and then offensively, again, you don't have a natural point guard. Church is kind of running the point. That's not his natural position, but again, they're just going to have to do it by committee, get lots of touches. Gets the ball down to Hargrove. Even though he's 6'5", playing out of position, they're going to have to get him some touches to play through him.
Billikens looking to stop the early onslaught by the Hofstra Pride. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more from Chaifetz Arena.
Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, apply for a mortgage, get a second job, get some roommates, rent a house. Realize the only generation that's going to fix this is yours, and start building.
Does it still count as ending the night with McDonald's if you order it for breakfast the morning after? I'm ordering either way. Order McDelivery in the app.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Your Buick Parks itself. That's so you.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
I got a 6th sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
Discover the joy this holiday season and get 1.9% APR. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $1,250 purchase allowance on 2023 Buick SUV models. Plus, no monthly payments for 90 days.
Ever since I tried Hidden Valley Ranch, I finally found what I've been looking for.
Oh my gosh.
I know. How is this stuff so good?
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serious about flavor. Live sports.
Billikens trailing the Pride 8-3. Hey, Billikens fans, join us January 24th for Operation Food Search Night at Chaifetz, presented by Neighbors Credit Union. Everyone who donates a canned good receives free admission to watch the Bills take on Davidson at 6 p.m. Neighbors Credit Union is helping block out hunger with Operation Food Search, and you can help on January 24th at Chaifetz. Scott SLU, when they took on Dartmouth November 25th, had only 1 turnover in the first 28 minutes. They have 3 here already today. I know Travis Ford wants to talk about some disciplined basketball.
Yeah, I mean, there are turnovers that are unforced and some that are forced. And again, that's what he was so upset with early. Not only did they turn the ball over, they didn't get back on defense. Almost can't get it in out of the inbounds play, but good to see Kellen Thames on the floor. He's been struggling with an ankle injury in the last game against Drake, so he's going to see how many minutes he can give them, but he provides some energy off the bench for Travis Ford as well.
Churchich with the miss. Hofstra rebounds. Coming the other way. And there's the slam. You got to watch out for that. Travis Ford talked about that with his guys in practice. They're going to take that open lane if you're going to give it to him.
With Carlos, you got to decide what you're going to do with him. If you're going to just hedge out, you got to get back to your man. But he just made that beautiful pocket pass to Sunday for the roll.
TJ Hargrove from 3. He has 6 points in the early going here. It's the Billikens' leading scorer.
Yeah, and that's what he gives you on that end, because even though he's undersized on the defensive end, you've still got to guard him.
There's Tyler Thomas. He'll do that all day long if you let him, Scott.
That's so pretty. The coaching staff, Bilton coaching staff, I said, describe Tyler Thomas. They're like old man game. He's got like a YMCA game, mid-range game. He'll use the glass. He'll knock down threes. He can create his own shot. You're seeing a little bit of all of those elements here early.
He's a grad student from New Haven, Connecticut. Elevated his game to another level this year, they said.
Yep. Well, and again, Hofstra plays with good pace, is because they have a veteran like Carlos running the point. They get what they want, and they get in transition, and if they don't have it, they're patient.
Carlos over to D-Stone Dubar. What a name, I love it.
D-Stone, I love it. Little legal screen that time by the big 7-footer, Silas Sunday.
Kellen Thames, as you mentioned, dealing with that right ankle injury, but good to see that he's in this game, giving the team some minutes.
Yeah, we saw him in warm-ups wincing a bit as he was going through warm-ups. Not sure how many minutes, but they're going to try to give it a go. They kind of really need him to provide some minutes and some energy.
Gibson Jimerson from long range, and he drains it.
We're going to need a lot more of that. And it's been so difficult, but so encouraging for the Billikens to see Gibson Jimerson in finding different ways to score, because he is an absolute marked man. Without Sincere Parker, every team's coming in looking at him as the guy they got to stop.
Bit of a mix-up there for the Billikens. As we take another look.
Yeah, just
Jimerson,
patient.
yeah, long range.
Stays
nice shot.
with it. Yeah, Hofstra just a little miscommunication. And the guy you don't want to leave is 24 if you're Hofstra. Another illegal screen by Hofstra. They've been consistent. That's the second illegal screen that Hofstra's been called for. And as a player, you've got to recognize that. If they're going to call it tight, you got to make sure that you're set. And then on the other end, if you know that, offensively, you can play to your advantage if you're the Billikens.
12-9 Hofstra lead early here in the first half. George Churchich in this one. Helps him run the offense. Unfortunately, TJ stripped there. Hofstra comes the other way. That's a tough one. Points off turnovers will really get you in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they just took it out of Hargrove's hands. That's just not paying attention to detail, and Travis Ford's got to be very unhappy with the way they're taking care of the basketball. And then, again, defensive transition. Hofstra in a pretty good flow. Going to be the illegal screen game. We already have 3 in the first 7.5 minutes.
It's interesting because when you talk to Hofstra, they'll tell you, I mean, I guess every program will, if they don't really foul much.
Well, you better change the way you're playing tonight on defense and setting screens for sure. Again, but Hofstra wants to play inside out, play through Thomas, play through Carlos.
Scott, as you see on Medley back in this one with those 2 fouls.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have any options. You don't have enough depth, and you could tell how the Billikens struggled offensively when they had Churches running the point. Medley, much more of a pure point, will get him in rhythm and into the flow.
TJ Hargrove trying to use his body, goes up, gets the board, and the putback.
Such a quick jumper. He misses it, goes after it, and gets it.
He's got 8 points already early in this first half. He's their leading scorer. Rare miss by Tyler Thomas. Nice rebound there by the Billikens. Hargrove driving it, kicks it out to Tim Dalger. Sunday with the rebound. Carlos bringing it back up. That one's off the mark. Over the back call. TJ Hargrove. He's your man right now. Doing it all and then some for the Billikens. They trail by 3 here early in the first half.
Go to school, take out the loans, get a job, pay back the loans. Go to school, take out the loans, get a job, pay back the loans. Go to school, take out the loans, get a job, pay down the interest on the loans. Start a side hustle just to break even. The system worked for them. Now it's time to build a system that works for us.
Hey man, ever since you tried Zesty Hidden Valley Ranch, I feel like you've been a bigger fan of that than the closers.
How could you say that? Ranch time.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serves by flavor.
After 51 years, Popeyes is crashing the wings party with 5 flavors.
Makes no sense it took so long. Crispy outside, juicy inside.
Who are you?
Shh. We don't make sense. We make chicken. Y'all good?
Have that chicken from Popeyes. That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Your Buick perks it some. That's so you.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kind of got a 6th sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
Discover the joy this holiday season and get 1.9% APR. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $1,250 purchase allowance on 2023 Buick SUV models. Plus, no monthly payments for 90.
Back here at Chaifetz Arena, as you see Travis Ford talking it over with his guys down 3 early here in the first half. Take a look at the leader at the helm for the Hofstra Pride, Speedy Claxton, arguably the greatest player in program history. He played for the Pride back in the 90s under Jay Wright, who then went on to coach the Villanova Wildcats to a couple of championships, as we know. Speedy played in the NBA for 10 years. He won a title with the Spurs in 2003 under Greg Popovich. That was the Admirals' final NBA season, Scott. Pretty cool in the start of the Big Three with Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Tim Duncan. So he's played under some pretty awesome head coaches and now gets to pass that knowledge on.
Yeah, look at those names of NBA players that are coaching at their alma mater. Very impressive. But yeah, not arguably the absolute best player in the history of the Hofstra Pride. Speedy Claxton from 96, 2000, scored over 2,000 points, the all-time leader in assists and steals, had a 10-year NBA career from Christ the King High School in New York City, an absolute legend. And his name is Speedy. His nickname is Speedy. When your nickname is Speedy and your Twitter handle is Speed Demon, that's all you need to know, folks, about how he played.
That's it. Mid-range jumper goes down for Hofstra. Right out of the timeout, if you're Travis Ford. You want to see a little stronger defense. Yeah. Again, it's like the special teams in football. It's like you always want to see how teams come out of timeouts, both offensively and defensively. And I'll tell you what, the officials called it pretty tight on both ends. A lot of activity, a lot of contact off the ball. 5 fouls for Hofstra, 4 for the Billikens early on here in this first half. I said it in the open, but I thought the first half against Drake was the best energy I've seen the Billikens play with all season long. They came out, they were embarrassed after that Southern Illinois game, and they came out and played with fire for the first 20 minutes. Gibson Jimerson going up for the shot, and he is fouled.
That's a patented backdoor play that Travis Ford likes to run coming out of timeouts, and Speedy Claxton got to be happy with the way his team's playing here early on the road.
Jimerson, as we know, prolific there at the free throw line, one of the best to do it in Billikens history.
I told Gibson before the game. You did. You absolutely did. It's a classic announcer jinx. But I told Gibson before the game, I was so proud of him. He's already this year shot in 10 games, shot more free throws than he did all of last season. And that was one of the things that he said to us before the season is, I got to find ways to get to the free throw line. I got to get easy baskets, easy points, and he's already have 55 free throw attempts this year, 10 games in.
It's a 4-point game early here at Chaffetz Arena. Billikens looking for some defensive stop here against this Hofstra Pride. Love the hustle.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Kellen Thames. You know, whether he's hurt or not, we know he's hobbling a bit, but you're going to get energy. You're going to get defense. And he's got, right now, he's guarding Thomas. See who that went off of.
Thought it went off of Hofstra.
Yeah.
Maybe a missed call.
Watch this matchup right here. Dalger on Thomas. They like Dalger's side. Another illegal screen. Here we go.
Wow.
5th illegal screen in the first 10 minutes.
That's been the name of the game so far for this one. Scott, what does that do for your offense in terms of trying to find a rhythm when, unfortunately, you got a lot of fouls early on in the game?
Well, I mean, that actually was the right call. Fritz kind of stumbled into it. He didn't mean to do that, but it does make sure that sometimes it's the screener's fault and sometimes it's the ball handler's fault. Sometimes the ball handler has to slow down, let the screener get set before he comes off of that. But, you know, Bobby Knight said if you don't get called for a couple illegal screens a game, you're probably not trying hard enough.
There you go. Jimerson not tall enough for that one.
Yeah.
Sails into the seats.
Medley airmailed that. That's just, you know, freshman point guard. You just have to live with some of that.
That's right. Medley, they call him one of the more cerebral players for the Billikens. He really is a smart point guard.
Yeah, no, I mean, Medley has exceeded expectations. Great defender, a ball pass, slick ball handler, crafty, can shoot it, played at a very renowned high school in Camden, New Jersey, won 2 state titles, so he is doing fantastic. But again, he's playing probably more minutes than Travis Ford had expected that he would here early in the year.
Dubar there with the miss. Billikens scrappy there on the boards. Nice to see.
Yeah, they're having to do it by committee, and that's one of they're -5 on rebound margin. That's one of the things Travis Ford not happy with.
That one goes in. Nicely done. Gibson Jimerson leading the way.
How about the pass from the big fella, Bruce Jong? I mean, threading a needle. You know, not many 7-footers can thread the needle right on the money, right on time.
What a block again coming through, and the crowd goes crazy. Bruce Jung, 7 feet and using every inch of it.
Bruce with some big minutes. Blocked that one with 2 hands. Watch this pass. Gibson throws it there. Look at that pass. I mean, that is threading a needle by a 7-foot freshman, and then he's double blocks it out of bounds. Love his energy.
Tyler Thomas, the transfer from Sacred Heart, averages nearly 23 points per game as he makes the bucket there.
Yeah, 2nd team All-League last year, and Speedy Claxton said last year he was more Robin. This year he's got to be Batman, and you can see that he is Batman.
Kellen Thames driving. Bruce not able to corral that one in. That one's going to go Hofstra's way. Hey, Billikens fans, now's a great time to get your furnace checked by AAA Home Services. If you need a new system by American Standard, contact our friends at AAA Home Services. Give them a call or go online at AAASTL.com. Billikens down 5 here, looking for another defensive stop. Hofstra swinging it around. Carlos off the mark there. Billikens rebound, bring it down the other way.
Billikens doing a good job on defensive rebound, limiting Hofstra to one shot and done.
You love the effort there from Bruce. Obviously, not the result you wanted, but the effort is definitely theirs. We take a break here on Valley Sports. We're having a blast some Saturday afternoon basketball here at Chaffetz Arena.
Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, apply for a mortgage, get a second job, get some roommates, rent a house. Realize the only generation that's going to fix this is yours, and start building.
After 51 years, Popeyes is crashing the wings party with 5 flavors.
Makes no sense it took so long. Crispy outside, juicy inside.
Who are you?
We don't make sense. We make chicken. Y'all good?
Have that chicken from Popeyes.
Hey man, ever since you tried Zesty Hidden Valley Ranch, I feel like you've been a bigger fan of that than the closers.
How could you say that? Ranch time.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serves by flavor.
Check out Honda certified pre-owned vehicles. They are like new and only available at your local Honda dealer. Checked, inspected, and reconditioned with genuine Honda parts by factory-trained technicians. Honda certified it and backed it with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Certified pre-owned Hondas are in stock now at your local Honda dealer. Drive worry-free with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Honda certified it. Only when you buy at your local Honda dealer.
At Target, try fast and free.
Sports is brought to you by your quality Ford dealers. Proud sponsor of the St. Louis University Billikens. Come check out great offers on the all-new Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 46 straight years. Scott, you got TJ Hargrove and Gibson Jimerson leading the way here. They represent all 14 Billikens points. When I talked to both of them, the thing that they have in common that stood out to me is they both have little brothers. And I think that sort of mentorship that you have, especially as the older sibling, because I'm an older sibling too, I know what that's like, but to have a younger sibling to be able to look up to you, you set a really good example, and they're both incredible leaders for this team.
You're exactly right, and that's what they're being called to do with this young Billiken team. You got the veterans, you've got Gibson, who's a 5th-year junior, you got Hargrove, 5th-year senior, but then you've got a lot of young, Mike Meadows is a 6-year senior, but then you got a lot of freshmen. You got 5 freshmen that are playing a lot of minutes here early. So having that opportunity to mentor them is it's been good training.
There's Bryce Washington sinking one. He had 11 points at Iona, averages about 8 points a game. 5 so far here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this Hofstra team 6-2, and you win at Iona. The Billikens saw how hard it was to win at Iona as Dalger gets one to go down, but winning at Iona is not easy. They've played a tough schedule. They've got some good wins here early. This is a program that's very proud. They went 25-10 last year, 16-2. Took the #1 seed into the CAA conference tournament, lost in the semis, but made the NIT, and basically have everybody back except Aaron Estrada. So this is a team that Speedy Claxton is expecting to compete for championships.
Foul called there as they were going to take a look at this one.
Yeah, that's the change this year, Alexa, in the block charge call. It's one of the rule changes. What it's saying is you have to have legal guarding position before the guy leaves the floor. And man, I did not. They called that on Kellen Thames. I did not see a lot of contact there. But Hofstra gets a couple easy ones.
Fouls piling up early here, Scott, this first half.
Well, and again, that's a problem for the Billikens as the game goes on because they don't have a lot of depth. You don't have a lot of fouls to give.
That's right. Dalger looking for the bucket off the mark. Tyler Thomas. He's going to respond, and man, what a beautiful shot.
Yeah, again, the Travis Ford and the coaching staff not happy because they talked about what they call icing Thomas. When he comes off a ball screen, the big guy's got to step up, at least hedge, if not double team. But if you let Tyler Thomas do that, he's going to wear you out. They're baiting Dalger to shoot that, and he knocks it down. He's going to have to keep him honest to be able to knock that down. But let's see on this end, can they find a way to stop Hofstra and the flow they have?
Dalger, the 6'7" senior from Fort Lauderdale, with Tulsa transfer. He gets those points. Nice defense from Thames there, playing on that hurt ankle. You gotta love the effort.
Yep. And that's how you gotta play defensively. It's gotta be a team effort against Thomas. One guy's not gonna stop him.
George Churchic jumping in the game here. Young player from Serbia.
Well, they really like Churchic. They think he could be a really good player. Played on the Serbian U19 team. Has a lot of experience at the international level. But again, another freshman who's being thrown into a lot of minutes here early.
Dalger missing everything with that. Hofstra coming the other way, but Medley with the interception. Great ball movement here by the Billikens as they get that one to go.
See, that's where Tim Dalger can be effective. You don't want Dalger relying on the three-point shot. You want him slashing, getting to the rim, getting offensive rebounds. That's where he can be really effective.
Billikens down 6 here as we approach the 5-minute mark in the first half. Great rebound by Dalger. The give and go. The bucket and the foul. Look at the energy Dalger generating from his squad.
Yep, that's classic Tim Dalger. Get out in transition, get to the rim, offensive rebound, get deflections. He got a little smile from Travis Ford in a week. That's a rare smile in the middle of the game. A little Euro step to the basket, a little goaltend that time by the big fella.
You love seeing it every time you walk by him. He's always got his concentration face on. He's ready to go, thinking basketball any second.
There's nobody that's more of a basketball junkie than Travis Ford.
You love the rebounding effort, especially by the small guy, Sion Medley, getting in there, mixing it up, willing to throw his body around.
Yeah, Travis Ford said, "Listen, we got to win ugly. This isn't going to be pretty. It may not be great for TV, but we're gonna have to muck it up and be very physical in every game that we play on both ends, particularly on the boards."
Scott, that was his 4th rebound of the game as TJ Hargrove knocks down the 3, and he gets to celebrate. Fans going crazy on a Saturday afternoon. Billikens now by 1 here with 4 minutes left in the first half. What a shot by TJ getting it done.
Go to school, take out the loans, get a job, pay back the loans. Go to school, take out the loans, get a job, pay back the loans. Go to school, take out the loans, get a job, pay down the interest on the loans. Start a side hustle just to break even. The system worked for them. Now it's time to build a system that works for us.
Hey man, ever since you tried Zesty Hidden Valley Ranch, I feel like you've been a bigger fan of that than the closers.
How could you say that? Ranch time.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serves by flavor.
Did you see that? Yep. Looks like rain. Also looks like McDelivery. Order McDelivery in the app.
Last holiday season, Kia helped St. Jude Children's Research Hospital by bringing joy to their patients. We took the kids on a magical ride to the North Pole without even leaving the hospital. And this year, we're continuing our tradition of helping by making a donation for every eligible new Kia vehicle purchased or leased during the winter holiday season. Join us and help celebrate Kia's season of giving back. Kia, movement that inspires.
Live sports. ESPN Plus original.
David's Arena. Hey, look, one of the faces of the NBA. Jason Tatum in the house today. Eastern Conference Player of the Month for October and November.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking one of the top three, in my opinion, one of the top 2 or 3 best players in the world right there in the house from St. Louis. Grew up right here, Chaminade High School, having an incredible NBA career. His dad, Justin, many people remember, was a Billiken. So great to have Jason here in the house.
Scott, can you pull some strings and we can talk to him on the broadcast maybe?
We're going to try.
All right.
We are certainly going to try. I just wish he would have wore Billiken blue for a year instead of Duke blue for a year, but certainly understand. I think it's worked out okay for him, Alexa, but
I think so.
Just was hoping he'd come play for the Billikens for a year. We all knew he was going to be one and done. I mean, he was that good in high school, but I think, again, it's worked out just wonderful. He's a great young man, does a lot for the community, and great to see him in the house.
Scott, it's a 10-0 run for SLU. As we know, basketball, a game of runs, but they put together a nice performance here in the last couple minutes. Yeah, it's funny how your defense picks up when you see the ball go in. Everybody plays with a little more energy. Holy smokes, what a tough shot. Tyler Thomas with the turnaround. You know, sometimes you just pat a guy on the rear end and say, nice shot. I mean, there's nothing you can do. Double digits already for Thomas. He's got 12. That's not what you want coming down. A little step back 3 with 0 passes by your freshman. They got a mismatch right there with Sunday with Churchich on him. We got a 7-footer, but Thomas launches it. Some guys have a green light. He's got a super green light. Anytime, if it feels like leather, it's going up. That's right. A lot of these guys for Hofstra have green lights. Yeah, that's how Speedy Claxton wants to play. Yeah. Dalger just off the mark. Hey, Billikens fans, Woods Basement Systems, the all things basement-y experts, want to thank you, St. Louis, for voting them the #1 foundation repair company this year. Learn more online at woodsbasementsystems.com. Medley looking to reset the offense here. 3-point game. 3 minutes to play in the first half. It didn't go down the last time, but he tried again, Scott. He gets this one to go. That's the shot that you want to see on Medley. After you reverse the basketball, you make one extra pass, and he gets to step into a wide-open 3. Great shot, great effort on the offensive end that time by the Billikens. Really good sequence there by the Billikens. Again, Medley with the rebounds. Scott, Billikens last led this game 3-2. You're all tied up here. Nearly 2 minutes to play. Drive there a little too strong. Hofstra coming the other way. Yeah, they got numbers if they want it. Carlos kicking it out, but it's a little too strong. Well, Hofstra will keep shooting threes. They make 12 a game, top 5 in the nation, so they are not going to stop launching them. This is a chance for the Billikens to play their game. Slow it down just a bit. Yep. Set their offense up. That's not what you want to see. Yep. That's the right call. Well, we talk about Gibson Jimerson and his development. So Travis Ford not too happy with that last call, but his development is not, now that he's a marked man, he's got to be a playmaker. He makes a nice pass to the corner. They make the one extra pass to Medley, but that's all created because of the attention that Gibson Jimerson gets and his ability to give it up. Terrence Hargrove picking up his second foul there. something they got to pay close attention to with the short bench.
You go really small right now without Hargrove. You got Dalger playing the 5 spot as Thomas draws the foul.
That's Thames' second personal.
You think about this Hofstra team, Alexa, they went 25-10 last year. Their best player, the 2-time CAA Player of the Year, Aaron Estrada, transferred to Alabama, went into the portal transfer. If they had him back, I mean, they would have been the favorite to win the CAA, and they still might win it. Speedy Claxton's got a great group, but how about the Colonial? UNC Wilmington wins at Kentucky. Drexel has beaten Villanova.
Yep.
I mean, this is one of those mid-major leagues that you do not want to see on your bracket.
One of the quietest mid-majors, you better believe that. Billikens down 2 here, approaching the 1-minute mark in the first half. Jimerson off the mark, Hofstra. Moving it around, and there is Tyler Thomas. A rare miss by him. Sunday, though, with the rebound. And they reset. Speedy Claxton doing all the coaching there from the sidelines. Carlos throws this one up. It's off the mark. Several Billikens going up for it. Dalger comes down with the rebound.
Basically, the Billikens can hold it for one. Shot clock and game clock almost exactly the same. So Medley's going to hang on to it. Probably see a high ball screen by Jong and let Medley see if he can get downhill.
Shot clock at 10 here in the first half, winding down. Jimerson taking the long shot, and it's off the mark. Dalger with the rebound. That's off after the buzzer. It is a 2-point game at halftime. Scott Highmark joining Travis Ford in just a minute. This was an exciting first half for the Billikens, led by TJ Hargrove, double digits, 11 points. As you take a look, Theon Medley with 6 rebounds there in the first half. Hofstra led, though, by Tyler Thomas with 14, one of the leading scorers in the NCAA.
The stud Jason Tatum here in the house. You know, in reality, these kids, I guarantee you they know that Jason Tatum's sitting on the baseline, and it's making them nervous. I mean, you think about it. You know, you're a 19-year-old kid, and one of the best players in the world is sitting right, 10 feet from the court.
Yeah, that's a great point. Medley throwing this one away, going the opposite direction. Early turnover by the Billikens.
And Jason Tatum, his father Justin and Larry Hughes grew up together, went to CBC High School together. Larry Hughes Sr. is the godson of Jason Tatum. So, again, kind of all in the family here today.
That's right. Tyler Thomas looking for an early bucket here in the second half. Not going to go. Billikens going the other way. Bruce. See what the freshman's able to do. Great ball movement. Jimerson knocked down the 3.
Yeah, he's been a little quiet. He had 6 quick points, only 2 for 7 in that first half, and you see that high quick release that he has. He's got to get more involved.
Billikens' first lead since they led 3-2 at 18:07 in the first half. Bruce is all over this game, Scott.
Yeah, he's been active on both ends. But look at the little ball reversal that time. Look at how high that release is. Jimerson, he doesn't catch it and bring it down. He's kind of got that high, quick release that you see in the NBA at times. Klay Thompson, Again, but that's something you've got to rep and you got to teach.
Hey, Billikens fans, save the date for the 45th annual Billiken Golf Classic, Monday, May 6th, 2024 at Norwood Hills Country Club. For more information, contact the Billiken Club at 314-977-8180 or abigail.ferguson@slu.edu.
Well, again, you wonder about fatigue. You got a short bench. Billikens spent a lot of effort in that first half. We talked about the Drake game where they played so well in the first half, but then they kind of ran out of energy. So first 5-10 minutes, really important.
You love it. Bruce going up, but unfortunately doesn't get the call.
Yeah. Again, I like the idea, though, is to play through him. And whether he scores or not, it doesn't really matter. He draws attention. So whether he scores, you can play through him. And Travis Ford pleading, and didn't like that call. I mean, this guy lives and dies every possession. I wish he had. I wonder if he had a heart monitor on. What it would look like.
I'd like to see those results.
Yeah.
Unfortunate turn of events there for the Billikens, going for the rebounds. You like the effort again, but this one going out of bounds.
Yeah, again, when you got a 7-footer, he just gives you presence and he gives you size. And even if Bruce isn't doing anything that shows up in the scorebook, he just causes problems on both ends.
Carlos getting it in quick. Dubar there with the easy layup.
Yeah, and the out-of-bounds plays are like special teams in football. We talked about it. If you can get a bucket or two off of your baseline out of bounds, that is a huge bonus. Yeah, see the double there? They're not going to let Jimison come off that.
Bruce looking for the hook shot, can't get it to go. Hofstra in transition.
Tell you what, Bilk is very fortunate. Hofstra only 3 for 16 from the three-point line. For the season, they're shooting over 42% as a team. They've missed some easy ones.
Billikens don't like that call, but when it goes against you, you never do.
I was going to say, when do you go? Oh, yeah, that's a good call.
Dubar sinking the three, the junior 6'8" guard out of Charlotte, North Carolina, gets that one to go.
Yeah, that's why he's such a tough matchup. At 6'8", he's got good size. He can play inside, play out.
He's got 6 points already here this afternoon. Hargrove losing the handle. Refs telling Hofstra's bench to sit down. Dalger drawing the foul there on the shot. Nicely done.
Get your money's worth, though. And this game's getting a little chippy. You can just kind of tell. It's just there's not a ton of flow because neither team's really allowing it. And, again, that's the type of game that Travis Ford wants and needs to play.
Next Saturday night when they host Louisiana Tech at 7 p.m. Tickets available at the box office, online at slubillikens.com, or by calling 314-977-4SLU. You can't make it? We'll have it for you here on Bally Sports Midwest.
Yeah, Billikens get a week off here. Finals week is coming up, so they're going to get a week off and then play next Saturday. So you don't save anything here today if you're Travis Ford. You let everything you got, because you got a couple days off, you got finals, and trying to get a W going into finals week.
You want good tape to look at in practice, right, Scott?
As a player, I can attest to that. Whenever you knew tape sessions were going to be difficult, you just dreaded practice.
Taking a look at the schedule as we sort out the turnover here. Yeah, LA Tech, NC State on December 20th, and then they have that Christmas break. About 2 weeks off, Scott.
Yeah, not a lot of games, and as coaches love that because they get a lot of reps, a lot of times, and then you're not as subject to the NCAA hours rule when they're not in class, so you can have them come in and get extra shots up and do more film.
They told us Sincere Parker will be practicing around Christmas, so interesting to see if he's back for that January 3rd game.
Yeah, again, you start conference, that's when, every game matters, but conference games just matter more. You think about the A-10, they've got some good wins. Dayton beat LSU. VCU lost to Memphis in overtime the other night. St. Joe's beat Villanova. So it's going to be another tough year in the A-10. He is crafty. I mean, that was a long 2 steps by Jaquan Carlos.
Wonder if that was a travel or a shooting foul. What's going on
this.
here?
There's 1, 2, all the way around. I don't think it was, but yeah, in real time it did. But again, everybody's kind of perfected that long 2 steps to get to the other side of the rim.
Wonder what Jason Tatum feels about that.
Well, he does a lot of that. 2 step, side step. He's got the whole package.
Runs rampant in the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
He's enjoying himself and some popcorn.
Oh, yeah. It's interesting, they closing out the NBA in-tournament season, which was kind of a new experiment that I think people surprisingly enjoyed. Watching kind of in-season, have a little competitive tournament, and the Lakers and the Pacers.
Yeah, Pacers competitive.
Yeah.
You like to see that. That was a good way to get the fans involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the courts are funny, too. They painted the courts all funky.
Newly designed courts,
yeah.
Jimerson for 3, that is good.
That's a layup. Sometimes you just get an open look off a broken play, but it's funny when you see the ball go in, how that can ramp up your defensive intensity.
Gibson Jimerson with 12 points on the afternoon.
Yeah, you got a mismatch. You have to double that. Dubar has Medley on the post.
Yeah, that's Carlos all day from the corner.
Yeah, the problem is you had the mismatch down on the post, so you had to go double team. Good cross-court pass knocked down by Carlos.
He's got 9 now already this afternoon. We're going to take a quick break here on Valley Sports Midwest as Travis Ford talks it over with his guys. 5-point game Saturday afternoon.
Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, apply for a mortgage, get a second job, get some roommates, rent a house. Realize the only generation that's going to fix this is yours, and start building.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Your Buick Parks itself. That's so you.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kinda got a 6th sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
Discover the joy this holiday season and get 1.9% APR. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $1,250 purchase allowance on 2023 Buick SUV models. Plus, no monthly payments for 90 days.
Ever since I tried Hidden Valley Ranch, I finally found what I've been looking for.
Oh my gosh.
I know. How is this stuff so good?
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serious about flavor.
Wow. Thanks, Justin Jefferson.
You know, we love eating Little Caesars and watching the Vikings play.
And one day, I'm going to be just like you.
How about right now?
Billikens down 42-37 here in the second half. Here's tonight's 3-point shot of the game presented by i3 Broadband, the official internet partner of Billikens Athletics.
Well, he won't find an easier shot than that one. Nobody within 10 feet of him. That's a layup for Gibson Jimerson.
Last season, he led the Billikens with 14 points per game, was second in the A-10 in three-point field goal percentage, third in the league in three-pointers made per game.
We just like looking at Jason Tatum, don't we? Can't get enough of Jason Tatum. Love that he's in the house. But you talk about Gibson Jimerson, you know, he's got a chance. He actually could come back next year for a 6th year. And if he does, and he's healthy, he'll likely be the all-time leading scorer. He will eclipse Anthony Bonner's all-time leading scorer. So that will be an interesting decision that he'll have in the offseason.
Yeah, it's a different situation now with guys with the NIL. The fact that he could add another major.
Yeah, he's already graduated. He's getting his MBA now. He might have to get a doctorate.
Yeah, there you go.
PhD next year. But yeah, I mean, the NIL, the portal, it's just changing everything in college basketball and football for that matter.
Jimerson off the mark there. Great rebounds by Kellen Thames. The effort from this guy defensively.
Yeah, I mean, we watched him in warm-ups. Weren't even sure if he was going to be able to go, and he's giving him good minutes.
Dalger from the corner.
Yeah, they're baiting him to shoot. When I used to coach my kids growing up, and they said, well, Coach, I was open. I said, did it ever occur to you that they left you open for a reason? That was part of their strategy.
That's right. Be off the fingertips of Hofstra. This is going to be Billikens ball.
Travis Ford trying to get more bodies in there, get some rest for these guys so they don't wear out as you get later in the game, like you saw late in the game against Drake. So just trying to steal some minutes for guys.
George Churchich stepping in the game. Hargrove, what a way to use his body in order to sink that shot.
Tough finish over the 7-footer Silas Sunday, and he's down on the other end. They got numbers. We'll throw it over the basket.
Hargrove's got 13 points. Here comes Sion Medley.
So Speedy Claxton's going to get a warning. And the officials have been really talking to the Hofstra bench and telling them to sit down and quiet down. And I think that Speedy Claxton just got a warning. I don't believe I didn't see the technical called. Maybe he was out of the box.
Fans want a technical. Should we listen to the fans?
The fans always want a technical on the opposing team. It's like when I was playing and Bob Huggins would come to town and our fans would just be screaming nonstop at Huggins. They couldn't hate him anymore.
Refs want Hofstra's assistant coaches to sit down, so
yeah,
they asked nicely a couple of times. Next time won't be so nice. Thames gets trapped underneath, gets it out to Jimerson. Gibson Jimerson on fire here this afternoon. He's got 15.
Just that super quick release. He's starting to feel it.
Interesting, we haven't seen Tyler Thomas get in much of a rhythm.
Just as you say that, scorers hunt shots. When they don't get shots, they hunt shots. See if they can get another one for Gibson Jimerson.
Tie ball game here, 13 in the second half. Thames, the spin move. Oh, that would have been nice. Let's take another look at Jimerson's three. Why not? We can watch these all day long, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, watch this. Thames doing a good job taking care of the basketball. You see that doesn't bring it down like Klay Thompson for the Warriors. I mean, that is a quick trigger by Gibson Jimerson, who's just feeling it. Climbing the ladder there. See, he's blowing by me, coming for Kevin Lish. Gonna blow by Erwin Claggett.
Yeah, one away. Tying second all-time in school history.
We got Larry Hughes in the house. We got Kevin Lish in the house. We got Jason Tatum. We got all kinds of Hall of Famers here today.
Georgic. That one rattles out. Man, you would have liked to see that one go for him. Scott, it's interesting. Tie ball game here, but two different styles of basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming together here, though, for a pretty evenly matched up afternoon.
Yeah, that's a bad shot by Hofstra that time. Without Carlos in the game, they're a little out of sorts. Terrence Hargrove, again, with great defensive effort. Yeah, the Billikens want to play a more contained half-court set, make sure they get the shot. Hofstra really wants to get up and down. Travis Ford even said to us at halftime, this is the pace that we want. We know it's going to be a fight. You know, it's not going to be pretty, but that's going to how we're going to have to play. And we're going to have to win 50-50 balls, take care of the defensive glass, and make sure that we get good shots.
Leave it all out on the floor. Medley, nice bounce pass to Dalger, doing everything he can, and one.
Just a beautiful, beautiful pass. Look how patient, look where his eyes are. You see on Medley? He knew exactly where he was going, and how about the finish? The little double clutch hang in the air, get the contact from the 7-footer, and Dalger knocks it in.
He joins the double-digit club. He's got 11 now. Hargrove with 13, and Gibson Jimerson's got 15. As he completes the three-point play. Billikens with the lead, 45-42. Now looking for a defensive stop. There it is, Tyler Thomas.
Yeah, that's what you got to do to stop a run. The home team feeling it a little bit. You got to go to your star player. ISO, get out of his way, let him make a play.
He leads all scorers with 16. Scott, we mentioned a couple of key guys out today. Mike Meadows, Larry Hughes, obviously Sincere Parker. Got Tim Dalger, Sion Medley stepping up in big ways here today.
Yeah, and they're having to just play big minutes. I mean, just a lot of minutes. Before everybody got hurt, Dalger was coming off the bench. He was your super sub. Now you're playing through him.
Kicking it over to Thames. The assist by Dalger, and Thames draining that shot. You love when you can get contributions up and down this lineup.
Yeah,
Thames' first three of the afternoon.
Tell you what, though, that energy is outstanding. Travis Ford's got to be super happy with the way they're getting after it on the defensive end.
Tim Dalger doing everything he can. Kellen Thames chipping in as well. Billikens with a 4-point lead.
Go to school, take out the loans, get a job, pay back the loans. Go to school, take out the loans, get a job, pay back the loans. Go to school, take out the loans, get a job, pay down the interest on the loans. Start a side hustle just to break even. The system worked for them. Now it's time to build a system that works for us.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or just in time for the holidays, get $4,000 purchase cash on select 2023 Sierra models. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional $2,500 purchase allowance. We are professional grade. GMC.
Hey man, ever since you tried Zesty Hidden Valley Ranch, I feel like you've been a bigger fan of that than the closers.
How could you say that? Ranch time.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serves by flavor.
Wow, Thanks, Justin Jefferson.
You know, we love eating Little Caesars and watching the Vikings play.
And one day, I'm going to be just like you.
How about right now? Yes. How about another slice, Wart?
Thanks, Dad. So
Tanner, the Zach Brown Band is coming to Chaffetz Arena for Glennon Live on April 6th at 8 p.m. The exclusive concert will benefit SSM Health Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital. Tickets available now at the Chaffetz Arena box office or online at Ticketmaster.com. Fans look like they could get down to some country music, huh, Scott?
Yeah, I'm in on that. April 6th. Put it on my calendar.
You're more of a 90s rap guy, though, I heard.
I am, but I like me some Zach Brown.
Me too. I'm a country girl as well. Yeah. Eclectic is what we'll call our music taste.
That's right.
Okay. Gibson Jimerson, George Churchich.
Yeah, see what Speedy Claxton goes right to Thomas out of the timeout. He's just a pro. He's just a pro scorer.
He's got 18 on the afternoon.
Just his pace is incredible. Never gets rushed, gets the shot he wants. A little mid-range fadeaway.
Pride pulled it within 2. Dalger going to the hoop with authority.
And I love what he's not doing is he's not just jacking up threes. They are letting him shoot that. They're baiting him to shoot that. He's a little ball fake. Get to the rim. Do what you do.
He's got 14. Drawing the foul there.
Yeah,
his second.
That's just it's a tough matchup because he's so crafty, Thomas is. He gets in the lane, gives you a little ball fake, waits for you to get in the air, jumps into you, gets enough contact. Official has to call it. Travis Ford will at times play a zone just to mix things up, particularly coming out of timeouts. Haven't seen that yet today, but wouldn't be surprised if you don't see a possession or two of that, particularly if Thomas gets hot, stays hot.
One of the things they did so well against Drake was mix up their defensive schemes. Throw different looks at the opponent, why not?
That's just an unforced turnover. Just no communication between Dalger and Hargrove, and that's where you miss right there, Alexa. That's where you miss your point guard.
Yeah. And
nobody came back to the ball. Churchich in the game, Medley's out. Nobody came to get the basketball. It's just an unforced turnover.
Jaco Fritz there, the graduate student out of the Netherlands.
Basketball is just such a game of momentum and runs. Billikens were starting to get some energy. Thomas knocks down a couple. Now you've got a tie ball game.
Dalger spinning around. Goes off the iron, but he draws the foul.
That's a hard-working way to get to the free throw line. Tell you what, Kellen Thames is really hurting. I mean, that last play, he went down limping, got up, trying to shake off that bad ankle, but he is putting together a heroic effort. He only averages 18 minutes a game. He's already played 19 minutes thus far.
Everyone breathing heavy in this one right now. Tie ball game.
It feels like every possession is important. You got 9 minutes to go.
Fans, Billikens women's team is on the road for 3 straight and returns to Chaffetz Arena Saturday, December 30th when they host Rhode Island at 7 p.m. Tickets are available at the Chaffetz Arena ticket office, online at slewbillikens.com, or by calling 314-977-4SLEW. Scott Fritz there with 4 personals. Something that Hofstra's got to take a look at.
Yep, and you got Sunday in there, but nice to be able to go to the bench and find a 7-footer.
That one rattles in.
Yeah, you get caught on a switch. That time Hargrove got caught out on Thomas, and Thomas just looking for that mismatch. A very tough contested 3.
23, that's what he averages on the season.
You can see why he went for 40 against High Point. I mean, It's not difficult for him at times.
Looks effortless.
Yeah.
On the other end, though, he committing the foul.
Yep. And that's what Jimerson's got to do, is he's got to use their aggression against them, get downhill, get to the free throw line, find ways to score other than just, straight three-point shooting, which we know he can do. He's only got to line twice. But again, he's going to be marked these last 8:39. Deep.
Off the mark, Hargrove with the rebound. Big block there by Sunday. And Hofstra coming the other way. Carlos throws it at Jimerson's feet. Medley saying it's Billiken's ball. This one going to Hofstra. And that's just an easy inbounds pass.
That's the second time in the last 3 minutes they've got a basket out of an inbounds play. Those are the things that just kill you as a coach when you see that, because they're just running plays. You scouted it, you know what they're going to do, and just got to be physical enough to fight through those screens.
Dalger from deep.
He says, "You're going to bait me? All right. I hear you, Scout Highmark. I hear you say, I can't knock that down."
17 for Dalger. Big contribution from him in this one. 6 for 12 from the floor. Carlos in midair floating to get that one to go down.
Yeah, I mean, he's just really good. You see why he's a all-conference performer. Averages 7 assists, but he's a capable scorer, 11 points a game. Just everything runs through Carlos.
He's got 11 points here. Dalger, the drive and the kick out to Hargrove. Rolls around and it goes in. Kids in the crowd. You love the energy that Hargrove provides. One of the best to do it for the Billikens. Every day of practice he is talking. He's got 16 here so far this afternoon. It's a 1-point ball game. We'll be back with more from Chaffetz Arena.
Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, apply for a mortgage, get a second job, get some roommates, rent a house. Realize the only generation that's going to fix this is yours, and start building.
Hey man, ever since you tried Zesty Hidden Valley Ranch, I feel like you've been a bigger fan of that than the closers.
How could you say that? Ranch time.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serves by flavor.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or just in time for the holidays, get $4,000 purchase cash on select 2023 Sierra models. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional $2,500 purchase allowance. We are professional grade. GMC.
Wow, thanks, Justin Jefferson.
You know, we love eating Little Caesars and watching the Vikings play.
And one day, I'm gonna be just like you.
How about right now? Yes.
Welcome back, Billikens fans. This telecast of the game is authorized by the Athletic 10 Conference. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of image, sound, account, or description of the game without the express written consent of the Atlantic 10 Conference is strictly prohibited. We got a game here at Chaffetz Arena. 1-point lead for the Hofstra Pride as it sits right now. Just over 7 minutes left to play. You got 3 Billikens in double digits. Jimerson with 15, Hargrove 16, and Dalger leading the way with 17 points. Scott, Good turn of events here for the Billikens.
Yeah, I mean, the veterans are leading the way. Jimerson certainly shooting the ball well from 3. Dalger doing a little bit of everything on both ends. And has his hands full guarding Tyler Thomas, and Hargrove's just been super consistent, 16 and 5. But you just have the feeling this is just going to go down to become a one-possession game. It doesn't feel like either team's going to be able to create any separation. Oh, here's a little bit of zone. Travis Ford out of the timeout.
Throwing different looks, why not? See how Tyler Thomas handles it. That one off the mark.
Yeah, see what I love about that coming out of a timeout is because the opponent, Speedy Claxton, they're drawing up a play, right? They want to get into their stuff. And then you come out and you show a different look, and all of a sudden it's like, well, coach just called that. And it's hard for 19 to 22-year-old kids to make the adjustment on the fly. The play that was just called can't be run against that offense, and you got to play. Well done by Travis Ford.
Got to be happy with what he just saw out of that timeout. Yeah, you better believe it. See what the Billikens do on the offensive end. Bit of a miscommunication there, Hofstra in transition. TJ Hargrove grabbing that one out of thin air. What a rebound off the miss.
Yeah, some guys rebound in their area like, hey, if the ball comes to my area, I'm going to rebound. He rebounds outside of his area. He goes, 10, 12 feet outside and attacks it.
Yeah, don't tell him he's 6'5".
No, he plays much, much bigger than that.
Travis Ford doesn't like that call.
Yeah, it's just getting really chippy. You feel this tight game, 6 minutes to go. Both teams really tightening up on the defensive end, and Jimerson's just been, he gets clutched and grabbed all the time and just does a good job of directing the officials' attention to that.
Hey, Billikens fans, this season College Hunks is helping kindergartners in the city of St. Louis start saving for college through Billiken basketball. College Hunks will donate $1 to the local nonprofit College Kids for every point scored throughout the season. Oh, reliable there at the charity stripe.
Yep.
Billikens taking the lead, 58-57 here with 6 minutes left in the second half.
There's the guy.
It's hard to say he's having an off day with a 23-point afternoon, but you feel like some of those he maybe usually gets to go.
Yeah, and his teammate Dubar just hits a step-back 3, and I'm not sure that's the shot that Speedy Claxton wanted, but it's one of those, oh no, yes.
Dubar joins the double-digit club. He's got 11. Good ball movement here by the Billikens. Dalger. That's it.
They used 29 of the 30 seconds on the shot clock and had a contested 3, and Dalger getting hot.
20 points from him to take the 1-point lead.
Now we got some flow. Now we're getting some offensive flow.
That's right. Feel the energy, the crowd coming to life.
Yep. Well, we got a mismatch here. Somebody come help Bruce.
Thomas nearly losing the handle. He's going to go over Bruce. I wouldn't advise that. He's 7 feet tall.
Yeah. Surprised that Thomas didn't attack him off the dribble. Looks like they're going to take a look at the monitor.
Billikens fans, let's take this chance to catch our breath with an Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America timeout. Just talking this one over. Scott, the message from Travis Ford to his guys.
Yeah, Travis Ford just trying to make sure on the offensive end, Alexa, that they get the shot that they want. They don't again, that last possession, they used 29 seconds of the shot clock and knocked down the 3, but Hofstra doing a much better job on the offensive end, getting second and third chance opportunities. So also talking about making sure we limit them to one and done.
Scott, refs getting together to discuss whether this was a shot clock violation, whether they should reset the shot clock.
Does it hit the rim? It looked to me like it did nick the rim there. And if it nicked the rim, then they'll reset the shot clock.
Fans know what they want to see. They've turned out here for a Saturday afternoon game at Chaffetz Arena.
Yeah, got a nice crowd here for being finals week.
Yeah, you got the Santa hats on, got some balloon animals in the stands. What more could you want?
Exactly. Let's see, did it hit the rim? Does it graze the front of the rim? Gosh.
I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe it didn't.
It's hard to
From
tell.
that angle, it didn't look like it did.
Need ultra zoom high def.
Yeah, right.
You got that on your phone?
Do not have that available at the moment. That's why the refs get paid the big bucks.
Scott Slew, 12 three-point field goals today. That's a season high for them. That's usually Hofstra's bread and butter. So they're kind of flipping the script on their opponent a bit.
Yeah, Wilkins, shoot 37% from 3 on the year. But Hofstra averages 12 a year, so that certainly has been helpful, and 6 of those coming in the second half.
See Jimerson and Hardgrove there, 2 leaders of this squad. Talking it over. All right, we're going to get a ruling here, fans, and we'll get it to you in just a second. Scott, it's my alarm every morning. It's a clock malfunction. That's what they're calling it.
That's what they're calling it. They are leaving 2 seconds on the clock, so they're saying it did not hit the rim, but it will be Hofstra ball. So you got to get something quick, a catch and shot right here if you're Hofstra. Meanwhile, Bilkins know that, so you want to keep everything in front of you.
Carlos trying to talk to his guys, getting them to move. Wow. Dubar reaching for that one.
How about that?
It's the one thing you thought couldn't happen.
Exactly, exactly. Murphy's Law.
Yeah. He's got 13. See how the Billikens answer down 1 here. 4:15 left in the second half. Gibson Jimerson with the miss and Bruce Young with the putback.
Big Bruce.
The fans loving it.
They do. I love it. Take a look at their play. Dubar with the tap in from about 11 feet. Knocks it in off the glass with the shot clock running down. And then watch Jimerson. A lot of contact there. Goes up. And again, when somebody comes over to be a shot blocker, that's what you got to do, big fella. Run to the front of the rim.
Bruce Almighty.
Love the energy.
Now he's at the line. He's going to hear it from the fans. They brought signs out for him.
Oh, yeah. He's very quickly become not a fan favorite, the fan favorite.
Coming off a career high 9 points. That one rattles around.
Why not?
He'll take it.
He played it home. He's even smiling.
That's right. And now Billikens are starting to feel it. Feel the blood flowing, feel the energy. Fans getting into it as well. Chaffetz Arena, alive here on a Saturday afternoon. Bit of a wild shot there by Thomas.
Yeah, good backdoor play.
Take a quick break here. St. Louis up 2. 4 minutes left to play.
Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, take out a mortgage, buy a house. Get a job, save a little, apply for a mortgage, get a second job, get some roommates, rent a house. Realize the only generation that's going to fix this is yours, and start building.
Ever since I tried Hidden Valley Ranch, I finally found what I've been looking for.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
I know. How is this stuff so good?
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serious about flavor.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Your Buick Park said so. That's so you.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kinda got a sixth sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
Discover the joy this holiday season and get 1.9% APR. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $1,250 purchase allowance on 2023 Buick SUV models. Plus, no monthly payments for 90 days.
Wow. Thanks, Justin Jefferson.
You know, we love eating Little Caesars and watching the Vikings play.
And one day, I'm going to be just like you.
How about right now? Yes. How about
Here a Saturday afternoon at Chaffetz. Billikens fans, they're dancing. Got some holiday energy, and yeah, Bruce Almighty with some highlights for us this afternoon. Got a couple of blocks, and how about his first points of the game? Coming through in a big way. Obviously, 7-foot freshman. He's got some things to learn, but growing pains getting through him.
No, he's impacted the game on both ends. Not a lot to show up in the score sheet, but he's definitely been a passer out of the post. He's made some blocks, and then the beautiful finish and one right there in the big screen by the big fella. He's had a good afternoon.
You love it when the young guys who don't really know any better are able to come in here and make a big difference.
Just pure joy. Love it.
Billikens fans, Neighbors Credit Union is teaming up with Billiken Basketball to block out hunger. For every block tallied by the men's and women's basketball teams, Neighbors Credit Union will donate $20 to Operation Food Search. For more info, visit slewbillikens.com/neighbors or neighborscu.org. Under 4 to play, tie ball game. Both teams getting points from the charity stripe. Wonder how fatigue factors in, Scott, at this point of the game.
There's a lot of guys that have played a lot of minutes.
Shot clock down to 3. Dalger has got to throw it up, but it's off the mark.
That's not a good possession coming out of the timeout. Just never got kind of anything going downhill. Didn't get any paint touches.
Every possession counts at this point. Just over 3 minutes left to play in the game. And that's an easy lane for Tyler Thomas to drive and score.
Yeah, just no help side defense. That time he got by the original defender, Dalger. Nobody rotates over. The easiest one Thomas has all day.
He's got 27.
Yeah, that's a good timeout by Travis Ford. They look a little discombobulated on the offensive end, and they got to figure out how to get into a flow.
Slow things down. It's a 2-point game here at Chaffetz Arena. Travis Ford talking it over with his guys.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. ESPN Plus. Live.
Fans, are you ready to slam dunk your internet speed? i3 Fiber, the official internet provider of Billikens Athletics, is here to elevate your online game. With speeds of up to 8 gigabits, you can stream, game, and score big like never before. Don't wait. Visit gigupstlouis.com today and get more with i3 Fiber. It's time to gig up and experience the future of internet. Welcome back here to Chaffetz Arena. St. Louis down 2 with just under 3 to play. A great afternoon from Dalger, Hargrove, and Jimerson, all contributing. These leaders really stepping up in a big way, Scott.
Yeah, it's been the veterans. Got some good contributions from the freshmen, but it's been those guys that have really led them both on offense and defense, brought the energy, knocked down shots, getting to the free throw line, and coming down the stretch. Those are the guys that are going to play through.
Out of a timeout, Travis Ford.
Backdoor. Oh, I thought he got held. Gibson Jimerson thought he got held.
They lose the handle. Hofstra coming down the other way.
This is where Carlos is going to try to milk the clock and then get a high ball screen, and they're going to play through him and Thomas.
Hargrove doing a great job defensively there on the interior. Thomas is off the mark. Medley with the rebound.
Yeah, that's as good as you can play Thomas if you're Dalger. I mean, a fadeaway, high hand, tough shot, good defensive rebound.
Dalger with the drive, trying to use the board. And that's the travel. Jaco Fritz is down. See if they tend to him. Speedy wants an explanation as to what's going on.
Yeah, that was a 50-50 ball, and see if he hits his head. The ball just goes straight up, and the tallest guy on the floor gets it. Yeah, boy, he hits his head as he goes back. Hate to see that. And he's getting up. Good to see him up. And Speedy Claxton saying, hey, if he didn't travel, he didn't move. He didn't try to get up with the basketball. He just fell with the ball in his hands, so not going to win that argument, though.
They're talking it over with Speedy Claxton now.
Thought it was just going to be Billiken ball out of bounds as they called the travel. And the call on the floor was a travel that Fritz went up. And Sunday's going to come in and check in for him. And
Jaco Fritz with the injury has to step out
correct,
for a play.
For one play.
Yeah.
And he's got to come in. Then Fritz is already at the scorer's table, going to come back in.
Medley to Jimerson for 3. Billikens take the lead by 1 with under 2 to play. He's got 20 on the afternoon.
Oh, that's a big one. Good look by Jimerson. He's got a ball game.
The energy, the excitement, the crowd on their feet. Hofstra looking to respond.
Oh, they're going to give him the timeout.
Wow.
Dubar was out of control. Goes to the floor and gets the timeout.
That's a close one. That's a favorable call.
Yeah, and Jimerson on the other end. We talked about baseline out of bounds. He just slips through that little screen, and the defender's trailing him. Gets just enough of a look, you see that time, and he doesn't need much space. We know that.
Bruce loving it from the sidelines. When you talk to these guys at practice, they spend so much time together on the court playing basketball. They spend a lot of time off the court together too. And when I talked to TJ, he was telling me that one of the reasons that they do have that on-court chemistry, because they really know each other well.
Yeah. This is your fraternity for sure. And you see Dubar go to the floor, and he's calling timeout as he goes to the floor.
I don't know if he's got possession, Scott.
Well, he was calling timeout before he had possession. I couldn't tell if the referee had waited until he had full possession, but they're certainly going to get the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock, though, so they got to get something going pretty quick.
Carlos looking for his man, finds Thomas. Hargrove, good defense. Thomas is able to get that one to go.
So tough to stop.
29 points for Tyler Thomas.
Well, you got to believe they're going to try to get Jimerson a touch some way.
Billikens down 1. 1 minute remaining in the ball game. Medley with the drive and the slam by Hargrove to put it back. Wow, 18 from him.
Wow, how about that finish? Well, it's just going to be Tyler Thomas against everybody here. I don't see him giving it up.
35 seconds. Off the mark with the jumper. Gibson Jimerson with the rebounds.
Yeah, they're going to call that on Dalger. Dalger was holding Fritz, trying to keep him off the offensive glass. That's a big call, but watch Medley get downhill. The shot blockers go, and TJ says, I know what to do. It's a big finish.
Great instincts there to follow that one up. Just over 30 seconds left.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it tough for Thomas to catch. I mean, once he catches, it's tough to get it out of his hands.
Yeah. 14 on the shot clock. Thomas. Off the mark. Everyone going for the ball.
Well, they're going to go to the monitor here. 20 seconds, they're going to go to the monitor. You're exactly right. Everybody was going to that ball.
It's an important possession here, so they're going to take a look.
There was a scrum of activity from our angle. I don't know if we could see it, but we'll get another look. I mean, just a great effort by Dalger. A good contest.
And what a game by Dalger. Offensively, defensively, he's really shown up in this one.
Yeah, the call on the floor was Hofstra ball. So they got to have enough evidence to overturn that call. From what I saw, I didn't see enough evidence to overturn that.
So at Hofstra ball, the set play coming in out of bounds.
Yep.
What's your call?
Well, again, you're going to try to get it to Thomas if you're Hofstra. You live and die with your best player. But again, Carlos has been very effective. So if you're the Billikens and you deny Thomas a touch, your next play, your option B for Hofstra is going through Carlos and let him make a play for himself or somebody else. But if you're the Billikens, I'm trying to face guard Thomas and not let him get a touch.
Don't want to foul him.
Yeah, you don't want to foul him, but even if you had to throw two guys out, you want somebody else to beat you other than Tyler Thomas.
Okay. That's what they'll look for here. They do take a look at it. And it seems like it's going to be Hofstra possession. That's what they're setting up for, Scott.
Yeah, the Hofstra's going to have the ball, and the Billikens do have a foul to give. Only 5 team fouls. So they could give one. They could let Hofstra get the ball in bounds as they get into a set, run some clock, and give a foul if they want it.
See if that's what Travis Ford and company decide to do. Billikens talking it over here at center court. Seems like, Scott, though, the referees are still taking a look at it. They haven't decided whether it's Hofstra's ball.
I like the fact that we can go to the monitor. I just wish it was a little quicker. Because we got great momentum, we got great energy. Let's keep playing. But obviously a big call here. But again, from what we saw, I mean, Hofstra's lining up as if it's their ball. That was the call on the floor. Speedy Claxton's already called his play. Be interesting to see if Travis Ford doesn't come out in a little different look, maybe a 2-3 zone or something different, just to shake it up a little bit. But it's still going to be Hofstra ball.
The suspense was killing us, Scott. Good thing it's over.
Yeah.
Although I would have liked to see it go the other way.
Yeah, so with this crowd.
Crowd is on their feet here at Chaffetz Arena. 21 seconds left in this ball game. Billikens up 1. They added a little bit of time onto the clock. I don't know if that'll make a difference or not.
So you got Carlos throwing the ball inbounds. You got to believe Thomas is trying to come to catch.
Dalger on Thomas, yep. Hargrove to Medley. Dalger trying to play keep away.
Hold it.
Jimerson getting fouled, and the Billikens complete what they wanted to do.
How about the overplay and the switch by Terrence Hargrove? Take a look at this. Multiple guys are switching, and Hargrove just does a great job with the outside hand. The right hand gets in the passing lane. Huge play by Terrence Hargrove.
They fouled the one guy you don't want to foul if you're the Hofstra Pride. Gibson Jimerson, one of the best to do it from the charity stripe.
All right. Either way, it's a one-possession game, so Hofstra's going to have a chance. Again, expect them to play through Carlos or Thomas, and the Billikens have a foul to give, so they can let them work it up the court a little bit and then foul, make them take it out again.
A rare miss by Gibson Jimerson. He's got 21 on the afternoon.
No call.
Carlos fumbling that one.
No call.
And no call.
Jaquan Carlos trying to go to the rim. Thought he had some contact. Referee says play on. It's been a pretty physical game. And Carlos looking over to the referee saying, I can't get one. But take another look at it. The missed free throw. Then the push by Dubar gets the ball to Carlos. And Carlos, rightfully so, tries to get downhill. Medley does a nice job staying out of his way. I think that is a no call. Great defensive effort by Medley, backing away and not fouling. Billikens in good shape to seal this at the free throw line.
And with the amount of fouls that we've seen in this game, for that to be a no call, Scott, that's a bit surprising. But Billikens fans will take it all day.
I think it's the right call, though. You don't want to impact the game in that way.
Good point.
And again, there's the rule of verticality. If you're playing defense, you have a right to be upright with your hands up, as Medley was, and to retain your position. If the guy runs into you, it's either a no call or it could be a charge. But I think that was the right no call right there. And Hargrove has an opportunity to seal it. He makes two, game's over.
So they're going to add some time to the clock here. From 0.9 to 1.5 seconds left in the game. You got TJ at the line, 2-point game for the Billikens.
TJ at 79% from the free throw line on the year.
Hargrove with his 19th point of the afternoon, getting high fives from all his teammates. I was gonna say co-workers. I guess it's the same thing.
They work together, they play together. Well, Travis Ford setting a timeout, making sure if they make this free throw, you make sure you steer clear. There's no way you lose the game if you're up 4. If they miss, you want to keep everybody in front of you, but you do not want to foul. High hands, don't foul. So he's instructing them right now on what to do.
Huge game for Tim Dalger, offensively and defensively, stepping up in a big way. Obviously now part of this starting lineup, and he is using his minutes very efficiently.
Yeah, he was just great on both ends of the floor. On the offensive end, they were baiting him to knock down a 3, and he says, happy to do so. And 20 points on the evening. I think it's his defensive effort, his 8 rebounds. It's all the other things that he did. I think that was really the difference in this game and why he's our Chuck's Hot Chicken player of the game.
20 points, 7 for 15 from the field. TJ misses that one. And a quick timeout by Hofstra.
It's a good job by Speedy Claxton instructing his team. If he misses it, you immediately call a timeout so you can get a set play. Some people would argue that you should miss that second one on purpose. But again, nice job by Speedy Claxton to get that. At least you got one more chance with 1.2 seconds left to go. Now in the NBA, you get the ball at half court. In college, you're all the way down on the other end, 94 feet away. Much more difficult to get a good look at it from 94 feet versus in half court. But every coach in America has a play for this. I call it like the Christian Laettner, the Grant Hill play. The what do you do with 1 second to go?
Yep.
And you need a 3.
Yeah, Jason Tatum said if this was the NBA, I'd be able to handle this.
Yeah. That's probably the one guy in the world I'd want to take the shot. Unfortunately, he doesn't play for Hofstra.
Yeah. an excellent game this afternoon.
Yeah, Bruce Jung on the ball like that because it's going to put vision for Dubar is going to be difficult with Bruce Jung on the basketball.
The final play of the afternoon here at Chaffetz Arena with 1.2 seconds left.
When they call another timeout.
Wow.
How about that? They advance it, throw it to the 7-footer, catches it, calls a timeout. Now you got 0.7 seconds, which is enough time to catch and shoot. It doesn't have to be a tip. It can be a catch and shoot. Now it's at half court.
Little creativity there to advance the ball.
Little chess game by Speedy Claxton.
Playing by some NBA rules. As a 10-year NBA veteran, he knows what he's doing.
That's one way to get it to half court.
That's
is
right.
Going to your 7-foot, 280-pound center and say, go get it.
He was right in front of us. I got to be honest. I thought he was crashing into us.
Yeah, we didn't certainly want that. I wasn't going to take a charge. I don't know about you. They're checking the clock to see if they're going to add any time.
0.7 seconds as it stands right now. They're talking it over. This has been an electric game. Back and forth all afternoon, Scott. Not really specific trends in this game, except for the fact that both teams playing really hard, coming in with different styles, matching each other really well.
Yeah, it's been exactly what we thought. We didn't think either team was going to get any separation, and they certainly didn't. I mean, it's been possession by possession. It's been a dogfight on both ends. Both teams have played relatively well, played super hard, but it's exactly as advertised and the type of game that you would expect come into playing this very talented Hofstra team.
And I'm sure if you're a Billikens fan, you think when you see these guys play, man, if you had the guys who are injured able to play and step out onto the court, even just how much better this team can be.
Yeah, there's a lot of hope. I mean, you got beat by Carbondale at 40. That was disappointing. But the way they responded and played at Drake with the energy they had in the short bench and the way they've responded, there's hope. If you get some of these guys back, you get Larry Hughes back, you get Mike Meadows back, you get
Sincere Parker.
There's even an outside chance that Brad Azuero, the transfer from Georgetown, could get eligible. I mean, that could be a game changer. So I love the energy that they're playing with it. And they're going to change it from 0.7 to 0.9, so a 0.2 of a sec, another tick, which, again, is about enough time, Alexa, to catch it and shoot it. It doesn't have to be a tip.
Well, if you're a fan at home, you think, well, what's 0.2 seconds in basketball? It can feel like a lifetime.
It's something, because it's got to be out of your hand.
That's right.
As the horn sounds. Travis Ford seeing how they're setting up, and he's going to call a timeout. Oh, it's interesting. He just called a timeout, and then he just waved it off, so we're going to play on.
He took it back.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Carlos here. The ball out of bounds. 0.9 seconds on the clock. He's looking for Tyler Thomas. Can't find him, and the Billikens hang on. 71-68 your final. What an electric afternoon here at Chaffetz Arena.
Well, that's just a wonderful win. I mean, that game could have gone either way. The way they responded, the way Hofstra started out, and again, the way the Billikens on the defensive end really set the tone with their physicality, getting on the board.